project management is an economy as distressed as Nigeria, and where resorting to professionalism is still returning abysmal numbers. They have been mired in crises for years. How effectively can this crisis be contained, and who's best suited to tackle it? Well, for answers on this, we now turn to Henry Mbadiwe, who is the Registrar, Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria. Thank you a lot for joining us. So, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Who best is...
No worries, thank you.
Yeah, who best is to take charge of this, in your opinion?
So I heard the last part of your question. So if you could please start, I just heard the last part. I think we are connected a bit later.
Right, we were talking about project management and who best is in charge of making sure that project management in the country goes as well as it needs to.
All right, thank you, Hawa. The Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria is a body that's established by an act of National Assembly to regulate project management activities in Nigeria. Every project needs to have a project manager, and that project manager needs to be an individual who is experienced, who is certified, who is licensed to deliver that project. When you have individuals who do not have project management experience delivering projects, then you begin to see poor planning, you begin to see poor risk management, poor change management, and the whole thing just begins to fall apart. So individuals who are accredited, licensed, and trained to deliver projects must be the individuals that are hired to lead projects in Nigeria. And that is why our institute is here to ensure that we train these individuals and certify these individuals to be able to deliver this project to the benefit of this great nation.
All right. Usually when they talk about project management, it always sounds more academic than realistic here in Nigeria, because in Nigeria,
yes, I understand.
Literally, for lack of a better word, we just say anything goes, or probably they usually do lastminute.com, as some people like to call it, and our approach generally leaves a lot to be desired. Let's just put it that way.
Yes. Aaron, I understand. I understand you completely, yes. You see, if you have to understand that to deliver projects properly, it starts from the very beginning. It starts from the very beginning. The planning must be done right, the execution must be done right, and then the delivery must be done right, and then post-delivery also needs to be done right. You see, there are methodologies for delivering projects. You have methodologies that have prescribed how to deliver construction projects, process improvement projects, IT projects, technology projects. They are proven methodologies, and these methodologies have been tested over time to ensure success. This is where the training comes in. CIPMN is not just designed to train individuals, give them a certificate and say, no, go and deliver. No, we have to ensure that the projects that they work on, or that the training that they embark with us, has a lot of practical elements that would help them understand how to actually implement what they've learned. And not just that, we are going to support them throughout the delivery of these projects. But we have to ensure that the law in this country stands, which is you should not be employed or brought in to lead a project if you are not an accredited, a certified, and a licensed project manager from the Chartered Institute of Project Management or Project Managers of Nigeria. It is important. Anything can't go. This is why we have problems. Projects are agnostic of any sector. It's not just construction. You have projects in the financial services, pharmaceutical services, process improvement, health, humanitarian, across all sectors. And all of these projects need to be managed by a professional. They need to be properly planned, and we need to ensure that that benefit that we want to get from that project is properly tracked and then delivered. It is our job to do that. It is our job to ensure that the individuals working on your projects have that experience to do that. And it's also our job to ensure that we stay on them until they get it right.
I'm wondering if this isn't a bit more a larger, in a broader sense, a human nature issue or an education issue. There are certain requirements that people would say are necessary in order to be called credible or even morally sound, for lack of a better term. But these are some of the qualities that are needed in order to carry out good projects efficiently, etc. How do you go about assessing that, number one? And then number two, isn't it education maybe somewhere that should be tackled in terms of addressing this problem of lack of professionalism, lack of skills orientation? If you really want to get to the roots of it, what is your opinion?
All right, so we've done a few things already. You see, they just concluded National University Commission, NUC's curriculum that was launched in 2022. CIPMN was invited to take part in building that curriculum. Now, prior to 2022, the NUC has not had a curriculum for what you call a core curriculum, basic minimum academic standards for studies in the universities in Nigeria. For the very first time in the history of this country, CIPMN worked with the NUC to create a curriculum for project management studies in the universities. So you can go to university and you can study project management from first year all the way to final year. That hasn't been there before because we need to begin to build this skill set from the onset. It's a human thing. All right, our supervisory ministry, the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, I think about 3 weeks ago, I was privileged to sit in a strategy session with the Honorable Minister, Dr. Doris Uzoka-Anete, who with some other heads of parastatals of the ministry. And in that session, a lot was discussed about human capital development and about building that sector. It is people that deliver projects in Nigeria, individuals. Projects don't deliver themselves. Buildings don't go up. IT services don't create themselves. Individuals do it. All right. Yes, there might be a mindset problem, but it's been there all over the world. You ask someone to do something, you mobilize them with some money, and then they just go straight, to site, or they just start creating. No. You have to spend the requisite time required to do the planning. That orientation needs to change, and it's the individuals that are delivering this project that we need to work on. That is why CIPMN is pivotal to ensuring, it's critical to ensuring that these individuals that are designed to do this have that their mindsets, have been worked on, I mean, if you think about it, although we're dealing with the area of coming from the higher institutions, bringing our graduates who have been conditioned already to understand how to deliver projects successfully, we have to also deal with the individuals who are currently delivering projects as of today, which means we have to do a lot of work to be able to bring them in, condition their minds, look at whatever skill sets they have, harmonize it. Nigeria is a unique country. We're multicultural and we're diverse, and there is a unique approach to delivering projects in Nigeria. And that is why CIPMN has even taken this a step further to create a methodology called DUCAP. It is a new project management methodology designed, we're still working on it too, possibly the first draft, designed to help individuals deliver projects in the Nigerian climate. We take from everything we've learned from other climes all over the world, look at the Nigerian unique setup, and show people how to apply all of that in today's environment. CIPMN is poised to ensuring that we do this.
Henry, I want to say thank you very much for your time here on Newsday. Henry Mbadiwe is the Registrar, Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria.